the อ 票大概是14000，还可以再退税了，然后等于便宜了3000块。
อ swear I can read the signs. You need to get away. It's time we make a change. Oh, you know you'll always have me. Baby, I will always stay with you. So put your trust in me. We'll work it out, we'll see. If we get in a car and drive someplace far, yeah, we could go for a ride. The two of us, we don't have to stop. Baby, let's go for a ride. You and I, let us run away. We can go where we want. I'll have your back if you have mine. You and I wanna leave everything behind. If you wanted to, promise you we will be alright if it's you.
그래 고기 다 띄워줄게. 여기 이거 보고 앞으로 글 보면 나와요.
for the last song and for sending you home from Radiohead.
This bus will take you to the arrivals lobby. Please note the bus may break suddenly for emergency.